Hi, it's Darnell with Waylo Recipes, and today I'm going to be cooking chocolate peanut butter oat bars using the Gourmia French Door XL digital air fryer oven. And we'll see how it does making up these bars right now. So we're going to start off with the food chopper here, and I'm going to be putting ingredients in one at a time and just talking you through them. And the first ingredient is going to be 1 cup of steel cut quick cooking oats, and they are organic oats. So just going to pour those in here. The next ingredient going in is a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. These are 85% cacao organic chocolate chips. Now the next ingredient, I was planning to use 2 tablespoons of whole dry milk powder, and this is basically like the end of this container, so I'm just going to basically pour the rest in. It might be maybe a little more than 1 tablespoon, I'm not sure, but this is what I'm going to use. I do want to point out with the oats, to make clear in case anyone wasn't aware, it's not oatmeal, it's oats. I just want to clarify that for anyone who might mistakenly think that it was oatmeal. I really don't, sorry for the banging, but I really don't have guidance if you're trying to use oatmeal instead of oats. Now the next ingredient is a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. This is my homemade peanut butter. I've got a video here on the channel of how to make your own homemade peanut butter. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this jar in, which may be about a 1/4 cup. And my next ingredient is going to be 2 tablespoons of raw honey. And the next ingredient is a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. So just shaking that on in there. And that is all the ingredients for now. But I'm going to put the top on this food chopper, and basically I'm not going to chop this up to be like really fine or anything. Just going to chop it up so that it's, I guess, kind of like a gritty, kind of mixed up concoction, but smaller chips and smaller, oats and things, so that they're all able to gel together some, but not be, as thick as this and together. So just going to chop it up. Alright, chop things up some. I think that some of the chips and such are not really, I guess, getting caught up in the chopper the way that I want them to. I want things to be a little more chopped up than this, just a little more. And some things are starting to kind of like go to the side and not want to come off to get chopped a little. So just going to do just a little bit more chopping here. Alright, I'm thinking that's about as good as it's going to get. I still see, on the side, I guess it's pretty obvious. It's not, some of it's not, I guess, going in, but it'll do all the same. It'll do just fine. So just getting this little choppy thing out of here, the blades. Alright, just want to show you what I chopped up here. I'm just going to go ahead and pour it over into the bowl, this larger bowl that I have here. Alright, now that I've got everything in the bowl, since I am dealing with oats, I'm going to be pouring a little water in here. This is 1/2 cup of water. So just putting that in there, and just going to kind of get this kind of mixed in with the water some, because I'm going to cook this, and the oats will soak up some more of this water and whatnot as they get cooked in this. So just mixing things up here a little bit, make it all come together. Okay, I've turned the light off because I want you to be able to see the display well, but things are, just kind of mixing up in the water. It's all a little runny for now. Lord willing, that'll come together harder after things are cooked up and the oats do some more soaking up of water. But turning the cooker on, and I'm going to try bake, And I'm going to do 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry for the beeping. And for the time, I'm going to do, well, I think I'm going to stop it at 20 minutes or maybe 25 minutes. But I'll leave it at 30 just to have an even amount to count down from. But I'll stop it when it seems like things are nice and firm with these bars. So just going to go ahead and pour them off into this pan. I sprayed the pan with extra light olive oil. Don't confuse extra light olive oil for like virgin olive oil or regular olive oil. Extra light is different, has a high smoke point, and doesn't taint flavor at all. So just pouring all of this into the pan. Making sure I get all of it. Alright, I'm going to hit start so things can start preheating, and just make sure that I kind of mix things up evenly a little bit here in the pan while it waits to go in. I've got a rack on what is rack level 4 in this cooker. I guess if you don't have as many racks as this cooker has, it would be like the middle rack level. But if you want to learn more about this particular cooker, there's a review of this here on the channel, and there's reviews of tens of other cookers and hundreds of videos here on the channel, so a lot for you to see if you want to see some things. So we'll let things finish preheating. Alright, time to add food. And never know, might need the full 30 minutes, we'll see. But gonna go ahead and let those cook for a while. And I guess I may spin the pan like maybe part way through, but I'll bring you back if I do that. So about 15 minutes have passed. I turned the light on because it looks like to me you can see the display just fine with the light on. And I want to be able to see what's going on in here because the cooker has no internal light. So just pausing things for a moment and going to spin them around. And things are starting to get firmer for sure. So I think I'm just going to let it go the full 30 minutes and see what we get unless things start burning or something. Sorry for that beeping, but we'll let it keep going for the final 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you on back once it's done. Alright, so I let things go for the full 30 minutes. No smoke issues or anything. Things look decent. So I'm going to get them on out now. Basically going to show it to you and then set it aside to cool down. But that's how they look now. So looks pretty good. I'm going to set it aside. Okay, so I let things cool down for well over an hour. That helps them to get very firm. If you try and go at them while they're still pretty warm, they're going to be much softer. So I let them, get really firm. So going to go ahead and kind of get myself a bar out now. Just going to kind of chop with a spatula kind of a bar shape. See if I can, Lord willing, get one out. Let's see how this goes. And I guess you could, if you want, put parchment paper down to make this easier. I wanted to try with the extra light olive oil to see how things would go, and it seems like it's coming out. It's a little breaking apart a bit, but let me see. Let me try another part. Try this here. This one's holding together a little better. And I guess you could, if you want, you could use less water. If you use less water, then they're going to be harder. I mean, the oats aren't going to soak in very well. So I guess it's up to you, you know, how firm or how moist you want them to be. You can see this holds together, but it's kind of a moist holding together even after they firm up. And that's going to be fine for me, but like I said, you can add less water, but then you might have to adjust how long you cook as well, because things might get smoky if you don't have, you know, that excess water in there with the oats soaking it up. So I like them like this, and we're going to go ahead and do a taste test. So thank God for some peanut butter chocolate oat bars. Let's taste. Okay, tasting the peanut butter, tasting a hint of chocolate. The oats are very soft. I definitely would not use less water. I think the oats would be harder if they didn't have as much water as I use. So I think they turned out well the way that they are. Tastes good, so I like them. And basically you can make yours up the way that you want, but this shows you how to make your own like oat bars, and so you can make your own like homemade snacks and make them as healthful as you want. And so nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing given as far as given to me, but I'm giving the recipe to you so you can use it yourself at home. And that's in the video description, so you can print it off and, you know, enjoy. But also in the video description, lots of ways to help the channel, such as my cookbook, merch, membership, donations. And there's the link to the Amazon shop. You pay the same price and you help the channel. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.